What is my favorite PLL? To be completely honest with you, I think my favorite PLL is a G-Perm. Um, I don't think I have a cube here, but I'll get one and show you. So yeah, I'm actually quite. I don't really remember the names of G-Perms and such that well, but it's this one. Oh, wait, see if I can get it. Nope. Yeah, it's this one. And I just really like the way you execute it. It's very smooth and I really like it. So Ayush Sriram Bharadwaj asks, how many ZBLLs do you know? I know like one. I think I don't even know if this counts as a ZBLL. Honestly, like ZBLLs and like the one LLLs and all that stuff. It's just really confusing what is what at this point. If this counts as a ZBLL, I technically know this. So yeah. Why don't you do 4x4? I've actually tried to get into 4x4. For some reason, I just don't know how it works. Like, I've tried to learn Yao and like I just don't get it. So, someone please teach me. What do you average on 3x3? I average 8 at home, probably 9 to 13 or 14 at comp. Yeah. Cubish world, okay. Okay, so what did I learn essentially to get sub 18 and 17? Personally, for me, I didn't learn much actually, which is kind of like bad thing for me. I essentially just stuck with the same method and grinded till I got from like sub 20 to sub 15, which was beginner's method. Don't do that. Actually learn algorithms. So learn PLL and OLL and start improving on look ahead, although it's not as important at that point. What are your mains in each and every event? Make a video on the F2L algs that you use. What are my mains in each and every event? That's actually a good question. I think I'll try to make a mains and kind of averages video soon. So yeah, stay tuned for that because I don't want to list them all out in this video. I'll make a video on F2L algs that you use. I use intuitive F2L. I don't know many good algorithmic F2L tutorials, but I'll try to find some and link some if I find any that are good. Yug Patel asks, do you plan your first pair and inspection on 3x3? No, sometimes I do, but sometimes I don't. It really depends on the complexity of my cross. Cubing with Vishwat asks, how long did it take you to get used to the index finger flick in Pyraminx? I'd been doing that flicks essentially since I started doing Pyraminx. It was never something unnatural to me because I didn't have to learn it. Yeah, so Arush Singh asks, I want to ask you, how did it feel to be on the 2x2 podium at Nats? So this is actually a very interesting story. So I think if I'm not wrong, Arush was sitting right in front of me, and I think Arush in the second round got a 2.1 average or something really good like that. At least at the time for him, and that would have been really good for me as well. So yeah, at that comp, I was quite nervous that I would just come fourth or something like that because I had essentially come fourth in the first two rounds. So I was quite nervous going into the finals. I was sitting behind Arush and I saw him get like his first three or four solves. Like he was doing already. I think he got like a 3 and then a bunch of low 2s, and I got like mid 2s and one low 3. So I got like a 2.6 average. He got a 2.6 average that was 0.02 higher than me. But the thing was is that I was convinced that he beat me. So like at first I was going around telling people that I probably got fourth, but then I kind of realized that I got third because he got a counting 3. So that was kind of lucky on my part. Yeah, it felt great to podium at nationals. But now you got sub 2 before me. Vishnu Cuba asks how to get sub 3 on Pyraminx. I averaged 3.1 to 3.5. If you're using L4E, which I'm assuming you're using because you watch my channel, I would say just practice what you already know. Get better at one looking, or at least looking ahead to what your V will be so you can have a smoother transition. One thing I see is a lot of people tend to just make their V and then pause there for like a good 2 seconds and then they'll continue with the rest of their solve. So yeah, what is the largest type? What is the largest number of any one type of puzzle that you own? Sumiran, I have absolutely no clue. I don't keep track of any of my puzzles, and I have puzzles lying in like every single corner of my house. And so I have absolutely no clue. However, I would assume 3x3. I think I have like 10 Yuxin little magics because of SOR. So yeah. Krish Tendulkar asks, how much time did it take to get sub 2 and 2x2? It's taken me an infinite amount of time because I've not actually gotten it officially, which is kind of the standard I set to myself. Even if I average something at home, if I don't get that at comp, I don't consider myself to average that. So I'm not really sub 2, but if you want to say from at home, it took me from the time I started cubing, actually it took me about, I'd say, 4 years. So yeah. Nishant Swaminathan has a very long comment that I'm not going to read, so it'll be down there. And for his first question, he asks, if you actually know EG1 well, you should be able to apply it in solves. Learn full EG before you start applying in solves, or maybe actually use like the CLL trainer or like EG1 trainer, sorry, on CS timer to drill them in, but you shouldn't really have any trouble. So if you're having trouble using them in solves, that probably means that you haven't learned them well. Which side should you learn EG1 Alex from? I learned mine from Sayo the King, but I imagine that Will Callan or Anthony Patarakis have different Alex that might even be better, so it really depends upon you. So I guess that's all I'm going to be answering. Thanks for watching. I really enjoyed making this video. It was nice to see that we got 54 comments, a lot of comments, and I enjoyed answering them. I hope I answered as many of your questions as possible. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.